What's up guys, my name is Adapt and welcome back to another video on the channel. So I just watched Nepenthez' video he uploaded. It was on FIFA 19 and his experiences. He went to Gamescom pretty much. He got a feel for the game, talked to some of the people working at EA, talked to Zorro and Corey, who are in charge of pretty much Ultimate Team and stuff, and coming up with new ideas and that. But he had a chat with them. So he's probably talked about how the game can move forward, told them about pro clubs, told them cool ideas they could bring to Ultimate Team, and stuff the whole community wants pretty much. They've done nothing to pro clubs, nothing to career mode. Nepenthez has further reiterated that point by saying, look, he's pretty much played the game and they've done nothing to them to game mode. So for the pro clubs and career mode guys, as much as disappointed with Ultimate Team, and I think that EA can bring out more in Ultimate Team, I feel even more bad for you guys as I go into a game of Division 1 right now. This is going to be a tough one probably, but anyway, getting back to the topic. So he was saying that the time shooting is actually a good thing. So he said time shooting, he tried it out and he thought it was quite cool. Now, I'm kind of hopeful for FIFA 19. I know we always get let down every single year, but I don't think it's going to be as terrible as people are saying. What they do every year at the beginning of the game, and I don't understand it, because at the beginning of the game, that EA Access and everything like that, they bring us a good game, a playable, fun experience, and then they bring out this update which just messes up the whole game. And then it just literally, they bring update after update after update, constantly changing their game, and that's where pros just get annoyed. They keep having to adapt to a new version of the game, which it shouldn't really be like that. Even with these updates, we're not told every single detail about sliders and how they're changed. We do not know pretty much a single thing. But with pitch notes, hopefully EA have said they're pretty much going to do that now. So there's going to be more communication with the community, which we've been wanting for years. I just think that we need something huge next year, and division rivals and that. I just think it's going to be sweaty at the beginning. It's just going to be more competitive. People are just sweating out wins, sweating out goals, trying to just get as many coins, and then we just lose that whole fun aspect to the game. Fun. When was the last time I had fun on FIFA? These promos, yeah, EA could do so much. Like footies, the gameplay might be terrible, but the footies promo was so good. I actually enjoyed it. That's the thing. They're bringing out new things every week. New end of an era SBCs. They'll bring back old SBCs, the best of SBCs, as I'm about to concede right here. So they brought back end of an era SBCs. They brought back just best of SBCs, like the cheap SBCs during Footmas, during Foot Birthday. They had the Foot 09 SBC, which I have got a cheaper solution for, but on this channel, and that's a goal right there. But what else I wanted to say is, he was saying about 50-50s and how they've improved as well. So he's saying that, do you know how we always tackle the ball? We win when we win the ball, and the ball, like, how many times have you guys won the ball and then you're just like, it's just bounced right back to the guy and he's back on the attack again? Just stupid bounces and things like this. There's really retarded goals conceded this year, just the stupid mechanics and stuff. Nepenthez said that doesn't happen much in the FIFA 19 he played. So he tackled the guy, and most of the time he just take the ball off of him and start dribbling. There'll be no really bullshit bounces and stuff. Go on, Martial. Yeah, so he said there were no really bullshit bounces. He said, look, I'm going to grab the ball right here and show you. So the LT mechanic, where you can just hold the ball and no one can get the ball off of you. Apparently that's not really in the game anymore. You can just press B behind the guy who's trying to do it. the player would kick it through the... Oh, that's another goal. The player would just kick it through the attacker's legs and just carry on and start running with the ball. Which is good, you know. People can't time waste, people can't abuse mechanics. Because, let me tell you guys something. It takes no skill whatsoever to just hold the LT button. It really doesn't. You can be a terrible player, but if you hold LT, like, look, I can just shield players off the ball. It's just stupid. It really is. It takes no skill whatsoever to do. He was also saying about how he's been told stuff. He must have been told stuff, and they must have made some very valid points. He also says that they have a passion for the game. They want to see the game move forward and stuff, and they're trying their hardest. And he says to give them time as well, which you can respect. They are people. They're probably trying their hardest. I think they do get a lot of stick every day on social media and stuff. And sometimes you just gotta give people time. But the thing is with FIFA is we've just been frustrated for years. Ever since price ranges were introduced, we've really seen the demise of FIFA. I remember when they had tournaments and stuff like the Champion Shield. We had the silver thing. We had bronze teams. We can enter the tournament at any time of the week, and we could just go in there and try out our new fun teams, you know, and you wouldn't really be sweating for 250k packs. You wouldn't be sweating for elite rewards, whatever skill level you're at. And I think that's where a lot of people got put off. But the thing is, what Nepenthez said is he played a couple of games against the AI on the hardest difficulty, and from the gameplay he played, he did say it was good to play, but he played one game against Tobias. Now, it's going to be interesting to see how the game plays out with the pros and stuff, because obviously they're going to be living on this game, just mastering their craft, because playing FIFA is what they're pretty much doing for a living. So they're going to be trying to master every single mechanic, and then as you keep playing the game more and more, you're going to find exploits. Now with the time finishing, Nepenthez said also that from tougher angles you can score volleys or headers if you time your finish exactly. If you time it to perfection, then there's a chance of it getting into the back of the net. But the problem with this is that, is it going to be used in a pro scene? And that's when Nepenthez was saying that EA need to find a way to incorporate the new system they've brought into the game into the actual pro scene, so people are trying to use it, because I think they did bring it in to try and increase the skill gap. But if it's a thing, time finishing is just a thing you're going to be using when playing around your mate's house, I don't think it's going to be that great, just in my opinion. I think people, well, with the pros, what I'm afraid of is people are just going to be going for the safe option, and they're going to just do a driven finesse shots and stuff, because they know they're going to go in most of the time. But I think, in my opinion, and I was just thinking about it, these pros, they're going to master timed finishing. If you play the game that much, eventually you keep practicing, you're going to find perfection, and you're eventually going to get the time finishing 90% of the time. You can train to, I don't know how it's going to be, because probably from every different position on the pitch, the chances of the time finishing, the green bar will be much smaller and much wider in different positions of the pitch. We won't know that. I need to get my hands on the game to really have a feel for it, but from what Nepenthez said, time shooting is looking good, but he's just concerned about how it's going to be used in a competitive scene. Now, I think that's pretty much what he said. He played Tobias, he said. He played some other guys. I don't think he played other guys, actually. I think he played the AI on the hardest difficulty. And, you know, when playing just a few games, you won't really get a real feel for... You get a tiny bit of how the game plays and stuff, but you'll never get the, like, kind of... You'll never get the full feel of the game. You won't be able to 100%, you know, dissect the game. see what the exploits are, see what the good and the bad. You won't know everything about the game. These pros, when they get the game, I can see 100 games in the first week. Easy first week, 100 games by some of these pros. People are just going to be playing and playing and playing, and then we'll really find out how good the game plays. Because EA have never really been able to master it. At the beginning of the game, I remember one FIFA, it came down to strength. And I was just like, look, maybe this is the year that pace doesn't win all the time. Maybe strength actually is a thing. I felt Lukaku, he would just hold defenders off and manage to try and score goals. He was the taller players who didn't have the quickest speed and stuff. They were effective in game and they were managing to score, and some of them were even more effective than the quicker players, you know, your Gabriel Jesus's, your Aguero's, your Aubameyangs. Some of these taller players like Lukaku were doing more for me, and that's just what it is. Then they bring an update and they ruin the game. I really hope that doesn't happen this FIFA. I really think that when people at the beginning of the game start complaining, saying, oh, this game is all, it's not the same anymore, it's boring, it's like, it's not as good as last year. Last year was so much more better. I think EA gets scared, you know, the games just come out, they're worried about not selling enough copies and stuff, because loads of people use social media, loads of people look at reviews on games and stuff. A lot of people who are just have a passion for football, have an interest in football, are gonna buy this game because it's football. That's what it is. I know that's a reason a lot of people end up buying FIFA. PES is not really any competition, is it? I know a lot of PES fans are just gonna get annoyed by me saying that, but in my opinion, that's the truth of the situation. I think FIFA ahead of PES, but you know, everyone's free to their own opinions. Gone. Moshio, let's go 2-1. I just don't want EA to get scared and bullied kind of into changing the game, updating the game to make it where pace is the biggest thing. I don't want another year of the same gameplay as Sterling goes ahead and scores there. I want better gameplay. We all want better gameplay. I want more work from EA coming from promos and stuff. I want more SBCs. You know, because I think that what SBCs has brought to the game, it's brought fun in some aspect, you know. It gets us thinking about what players they put in every position. It's tough. They're tough challenges. It's like completing a puzzle or something with Ultimate Team players. And for me, that's quite fun. And for a lot of you guys, you enjoy SBCs. I think a lot of people on this channel are probably people who just love doing SBCs. Who doesn't like to do a SBC every now and then? But I think EA should be more regular with them. The amount of potential they have to make this game thrive, especially with promos and stuff. You know, they have so many promos throughout the year. Give us a promo where we can get a Andy Carroll, 80-something rated Andy Carroll, you know. There's going to be, by Team of the Year, there's going to be loads of amazing players. Who cares if there's a 86, 87 rated Andy Carroll on the market? Just give us something to play for. Give us fun cards, you know. With Festival of Football, that's what they did with Yaya Toure and stuff. They gave us a playable Yaya Toure. They gave me a playable Ashley Cole. I wouldn't have Ashley Cole in my squad if it wasn't for Festival of Football. And that's the truth of the matter. And I think that I just play with this Ashley Cole card and I think of how he was in his Arsenal days. He's got the pace back. He's got amazing stats as we get tackled right there. I'm going to wait and then take a proper free kick. And I'm going to try and use my set piece and see how this goes. I think this guy's going to read me. Is he? Gone. Ashley Cole. Let's go. 3-2. What a comeback, guys. We're in the 84th minute right now. So that's pretty much what I wanted to say for this video. I think Nepenthez' video, it got my hopes up a bit. I'm starting to get more hyped for FIFA 19. If you guys are getting hyped for FIFA 19 as well, tell me down below. I want to see what your guys thoughts are on the game coming up. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys later. Peace.